I'm Dalana Castrell and I'm talking to you from Clars Auction House. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting piece of art, a time capsule. And the name of that time capsule is Andy Warhol. I'm an artist, actually a visionary artist from New York City. I come from a very, very small pack of artists that were very, very good friends of mine. The LZ, Jean-Michel, and Keith Haring. Many years ago, I actually met Andy Warhol. He actually is probably one of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my life. In 1986, we ran into each other downtown at the very, very large antique market or flea market. And he had inquired if I was still painting, and I told him that I was working a series of work. And he had asked me if he could actually see my work. And so I had some images with me, some slides, and I showed him what I was doing. And Andy and I have, since Ferrucci, he has always been very, very interested in my ideas. And so we actually got into a conversation about shopping bags because it was very, very fashionable to have a shopping bag at that time. And I had said to Andy, so, you know, what kind of bag you like? And he actually told me he likes sleeve bags. And I said, why? He said, well, you know, you carry documents in sleeve bags. You carry things of importance to you. You carry money in sleeve bags. He actually brought up the factory. And he said that the factory was very much like a sleeve bag. You know, it had, it was a space of creativity for him. And he produced, you know, he produced currency, he produced money. And his art, he said it was money, and he had his Johnny Hancock on it. In the conversation, he had asked me of how much work was I producing. And he actually expressed to me that to be an artist, you had to produce. You had to produce not one piece, but as much as you can. You take that idea and you can evolve in that idea and expand it in so many different ways. One idea can produce 1,000 pieces. And he symbolized his factory as a sleeve bag, producing documents, producing money. And he said that he was going to give me a gift that day, that he wanted to give me an incentive in my creativity because he was interested in my work and possibly interested to launch my art. So he asked me if I had something that I can exchange, because money has to be exchanged, you know. And so I had a postcard of a piece that I had done, and it was called The Temptation of Eve. And so he said to me, he said, well, if you give me that, I will give you something in return. And I said, what is it? And so he looked around, and there was a pink paper bag, you know, that was just laying on top of a table. And he asked the gentleman if he can have it, and he took it. And he said to me, he said, if you wrap everything up of what my factory is, if I can show you one image that wraps up the idea, the circumference of my factory, this is it. I looked at him, I said, a bag? A pink paper bag? He says, yes. And he says, this is the image of my factory, and he put the address on it, and he signed his name, and he gave it to me as a gift. And I gave him piece of artwork, and I signed my name on it, and I gave it to him as a gift. And that was the agreement that we came into, that at some point he will launch my career as long as I was able to produce money. Money is art, and art is money. And that's how he saw it.